Hungry but afraid to eat, the country of China has gone through many lengths to become an economic power of the world. They produce most of the produce imported into the United States today. However, different provinces of China have people who are unfed and afraid to eat the food they produce. In a country of such wealth, you might wonder why, and others might say, why not? I believe that this country has enough wealth to feed its people and to provide them the means to survive. Changjiang, China is one of those provinces. It has a farm to table process. The food from the fields end up in their local markets and it goes to the neighboring province. These irrigational fields are not contaminated by industrial waste. Levels of toxin heavy metal in the wastewaters are among the highest in China, and the soil is similarly contaminated. These fields of contamination are linked to cancer death, high levels of lead in the children's blood, and these foods being unsafe to eat. An example, an overwhelming glimpse of official findings became knowledgeable when the Vice Minister of Land and Resources, Wang Shengwan, said at a news conference in Beijing that 8 million acres of China's farmland, equal to the size of Maryland, had become so polluted that planting crops on it should not be allowed. Likewise, it has become public knowledge that one-sixth of China's arable lands, nearly 50 million acres, suffers from polluted soils, according to the book published this year by Minister of Environmental Protection. The book, published Soil Pollution and Public Health, says that more than 13 million tons of crops harvested every year were contaminated with heavy metals, and that 22 million crops of farmland were affected by pesticides. Still relentless, the government has refused to divulge details of the pollution, leaving farmers and consumers in the dark about the levels of contamination in the food chains. The soil surveys completed in 2010 has been locked away as a state secret. For those people who can't believe that this wealthy country would just turn its back on these people, you better think again. Perhaps to keep up with their high export demands, they are willing to jeopardize their food sources to accommodate the rest of the world and ignore their own issues. You would think they would pay attention to the cancer, liver, and bone diseases that have been diagnosed. For any possible solution to come about, the country, state, council, China cabinet needs to hold to and move forward on their promise to set up systems of comprehensively monitoring soil pollution by 2015 and promote pilot projects for treatment.